What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Vino Entertainment TV, which is based on gun violence, domestic violence, being violated, and we also feed the homeless, which is the unfortunate, and we also um, do donations as well here at Vino Entertainment TV. But hey, what's going on, everybody? What's going on? Hey, your girl been out. Your girl been down a little bit, but she trying to make her get a little mojo back in, get a little mojo back in. And y'all know I'm talking about myself, my little mojo. So, if you at about around my age, you know exactly what I'm saying, right? But hey, I'm back. I'm trying to get back into effect with everything, As they say, life been lifing, things of that sort. But hey, we got a good show going. Let's get started. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like, share, and subscribe button for your girl. And make sure y'all put me out there in the aneurysm. Hey, now I really appreciate everybody's support. I appreciate every little support I get. The little support I get, I appreciate. The big support I get, I appreciate. I appreciate every support from everybody. Trust me. Over in the United Kingdom, I very much appreciate y'all support also as well. But hey, I got a good show. Let's go ahead and get started. But my first thing I want to talk about is children. Excuse me. Iran has lowered the draft age for children. Now, we don't want, I know what I'm saying, usually when somebody starts a fight, they handle it themselves, right? In the real world. But so now you want to intervene with the children, not the United States children, the children of Iran, but still they're children. They're babies, They want children to fight the war. Iran lowered the minimum age to participate in the war, y'all, is 12 years old. Go ahead and say, oh my gosh. Oh no, Perp. Girl, did you say 12 years old? They lowered the minimum age to participate in the war to 12 years old. Islamic Revolutionary Guard Group. This is what they told the media, y'all. This is what they told the media. They said the 12-year-old kids now can take part in the war related to support roles in Iran. Now, they want to recruit these kids, y'all, to participate in patrols, checkpoints, and the logistics. What y'all think about that? Now, what do you 12 years old people, I'm going to say people, know about patrolling at 12 years old? What do they know about checkpoints? What do they even know about the logistics? Come on, y'all. Come on. 12 years old, y'all. They said that when they said when the Iranian people said that they lowering the age limit to 12 years old, y'all, they said it triggered a lot of people widespread and said it was concerned over the involvement of children even in military activities, y'all. And they're saying that by them trying to recruit children into the military activities is a violation of the international laws and the international community, and saying they must not stay silent. So they're pulling 12-year-old kids in patrol, checkpoints, and military logistics, y'all. This is people now got to speak up and voice their opinion, y'all. I mean, even though it's not the United States kids, but still, there are children in Iran. They're still children, right? Children is children. Them kids don't know nothing about survival when it comes down to nothing like that. They're sending their children into danger, y'all. What do y'all think about that? What do What I mean, y'all might not think. I mean, you know, I think it's just crazy. But what do you all think about it? And they're saying back in the Iran-Iraq war, which was held back in 1980. Now they're saying that they had boys young as 12 years old back then was recruited by the Iran preliminary force to support the roles. We got to think about that. Did y'all remember that? I don't remember that. I don't know anything about that. But yeah, they said back in 1980. Let me see. 1980. That's right about 15, 16. No, I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about that. But I may have heard something about it, but I don't know anything about it. But yeah, back then they had kids, boys, but boys, not kids, boys. Now they're not saying they want boys and girls now to enlist at 12. They're not saying boys and girls. But back in 1980, they had boys as young as 12 years old back then, which was recruited back then. You know, I wouldn't want my baby recruited, no matter what world or what state I'm in or where I'm at. I wouldn't want my kid fighting no war. You know, this is a war they don't even know anything about, right? So why have the children fighting something like that? I'm not understanding that, y'all. Do y'all get it? Put some comments in the comments down there, y'all. Let me know what y'all think about that. How do y'all feel about if it was your children or your child going to fight? Like I said, they didn't say boys and girls. They never said what the race, what gender they want, but they just saying 12 years old. But they did say back in 1980 it was boys. So I wonder, is it this time that what do they want to enlist, boys or girls, or boys and girls? You know what I'm talking about? But still, y'all let me know and just be honest. Would you want your child 12 years old fighting another man's WAR? The kid that you had, the struggles you went through with that kid, the raising you went through that kid. And some kids might even want to participate in it. Some kids might be asking their parents, can they participate in it? You know, some parents may have been involved into the military and want their kid to participate in it. Some may think it's a good thing for their kid to participate in it. You know, I don't know. But me as a parent, I won't want my kid to do that because that's not my kid fight. That's not my fight, you know. And then some might feel like, yeah, it's a good thing to do. Give them some kind of growing up, keeping them out of trouble, you know, still hanging out on the streets. Yeah, enlisted 12 years old. You're probably in the household. You know, you might have parents that say that. But still, me as a parent, I wouldn't want my boy or girl, you know, daughter or son, listen into nobody else's WAR. You know, if you started it, you need to finish it. That's on you, you know. That's on you. You never know. But then, you know, like I said the other day, when I did a live, you know, saying saying that where I did a live on the wall saying where the Marine Corps in South Carolina will be graduating. It may be this week. But ICE has been deported down there in South Carolina on that site to rough up the parents or whomever don't have their IDs, birth certificates, passports. These are some of the things they got to have before they even get on the site to the graduation. So if they deport some people back, and the kids might go back with their mom and dad, they might get in the military and say, hey, they might be mad as hell because that was done to them when they got graduated through the Marine Corps. Who knows? I don't know. But anyway, let's just pray for those kids, y'all. We're gonna just pray that they can find somebody else, or I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. But we're just gonna pray about it, right? But anyway, Tiger Woods got a little update, y'all. But let me ask y'all something. Do y'all feel like y'all any kind of special privileges? Do you feel like Tiger Woods got any kind of special privileges? Like I said on the last slide, I felt like he got some. I'm sorry. I felt like he got some special privileges, y'all. Getting the okay to go to another country, to get some assistance, to get more medication, to get healing, counseling. You know, I think it was a move for him to go there than to go to jail here in the United States, y'all. I'm gonna just say it. That was one of the moves, to go there or to go jail here in the United States. And his best move was what? I'm not going to jail. I go to another country. I bet you. But anyway, let's get into it, y'all.
Woods' DUI arrest. The footage released by the sheriff shows the moment deputies discovered pills in the golfer's pocket and the sobriety tests he was given. Here's Jesse Kirsch.
Left.
The newly released video shows Tiger Woods performing a series of sobriety tests.
You understand?
Yeah.
Perfect.
And the moment deputies handcuff him.
So at this time, you will need your normal pass.Irn here. Okay, and you're under the unknown substance. Okay, so at this time you're under arrest for DUI. Yes, sir.
Allegedly finding 2 opioid pills in his pocket.
That's a narco. Narco? Yeah. Okay.
Tonight, Florida's Martin County Sheriff releasing hours of footage from the star golfer's DUI arrest. Here he describes the moment he hit a truck's trailer.
Down my phone, and all of a sudden, boom.
Then there's an apparent phone call with President Trump.
Thank you so much. All right, you got it. All right, thank you. Thank you.
Just keep you down here with us, please.
Yeah, I'll just talk to the president.
In the videos, Woods has constant hiccups and repeatedly shakes his head. During those field sobriety tests, at times, he struggles with the deputy's instructions.
So that's move your head, okay?
Earlier, Woods' manager asked investigators for help retrieving the star golfer's clubs, including his priceless putter.
114 made it through it. Can you golf in the Masters? Sure. Depends on you. Yeah. Don't depend on me.
First responders later smashing his SUV's window to retrieve that putter. Woods' manager showing it off.
Well, piece of history right there, huh?
Once handcuffed in the back of a squad car, Woods yawns, closing his eyes. He's since pleaded not guilty and said he's stepping away for treatment.
All right, Jesse Kirsch joins us now live. Jesse, in that video, you also hear police speak to the other driver. What does he tell them?
Yeah, Tom, at one point that driver tells investigators that Woods was approaching, quote, so fast, but later that driver says Woods was coming up at a, quote, normal speed. Tom?
So Tiger Woods was speeding like a mug, right, y'all? Tiger Woods was speeding like a mug out there. He was speeding. But again, I feel like, he's getting away by going to get treatments in another country. I feel like, he feel like, or he was told, you got to do something. I don't know. They sat around and they thought about it. They thought. Them lawyers thought. He got some good lawyers. I believe them lawyers sat around, they thought about it. And they thought about it. And they came up with the idea. I got it. And then, don't get me wrong, there's their job. This is their job. I got it. Send them to another country for treatment, healing, medication. He had 2 pills in his pocket. My question is, was he too high on the drugs to even remember? Or was he delusional from the accident because the car was flipped over? Was there some kind of delusional thing was going on that he didn't think about? Man, I got these 2 pills in my pocket. Let me throw them away. Let me get rid of them. So I wonder, did they charge him with those 2 narcotic pills that he had? I guess that was for his pain, for his back pain, I guess, as he say, quote and unquote. If y'all seen the news, y'all see how he look crazy, and y'all see my last video on the wall. I got the thumbnail. Y'all see how crazy he look. He look like a crazy Chinese man, a black Chinese man. Yeah, he like a black Chinese, y'all. He look like a black Chinese man. I'm sorry. I got to say it. Tiger Woods looks like a black Chinese, y'all. Do y'all agree with me, y'all? He look like a black Chinese. That's just how I feel, you know. I don't know. Y'all know I don't be knowing nothing. But anyway, let's take a little break, y'all. Yeah. Plug. I should be doing that on my own, nigga, by myself. You know, help, nigga. For me, I should be there. Yeah. Down my own self, you know, me, with friend out there, where I'm at, down my own self, you know, nigga, just me, is your friend out there, what I'm at, nigga. Do some teams, they label us wrong. Have some judges who doing us wrong. I know your pain, just hold on. Just me, with friend out there, what I'm at, on my own self, you know, you know, me, you know, what I'm at. Radio. Yeah. Good old commercial. I appreciate y'all riding out with old girl over here. Hey, what's going on? But hey, make sure y'all hit that like, share, subscribe button. I sure would appreciate it. Very much would appreciate it hitting for the sister. Right. But how do y'all feel about Tiger Woods? Do y'all feel the same way I feel? I mean, how do you feel? Do y'all feel like he just getting away? We just going to another country, or do y'all think it's the best thing for him since his name has been compromised in the United States, as they trying to put out there, you know. And do y'all think it's the best way for him to get away from going to jail over in the United States? How you go to another country, get your healing, you know, your counseling, you know, get off those drugs, you know what I'm saying? How y'all feel about that? Yeah. Anyway, an Indiana mom got arrested after her son passed, you know. You know, you would think a person would try to get their life together once a child passes away, but I don't know. But you know, I can't speak for everybody. You know, sometimes when things like that happen, you know, it makes you start looking on a different outlook on everything, everybody. You know, what's going on. It make you more alert. It put you out there more to where you see more what you were seeing at first before the accident or the passing even happened. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But anyway, let me just show y'all this video and we're gonna see what y'all think. We're gonna talk about it, y'all.
Had tragic history long before her arrest this week.
According to court records, 2.5 months before he was killed here on DeCamp Drive, Indiana State Police put Gregory Clifton under surveillance for an active warrant. That led police to this apartment complex where officers allegedly found numerous guns and drugs, resulting in 4 felony charges being filed against the homicide victim's mother. While searching for her missing son, an Indianapolis mother came here to DeCamp Drive almost 3 weeks ago and called 911 after finding the family's black Jeep. Inside that SUV, police discovered 22-year-old Gregory Clifton shot to death.
We have loved ones that are here on scene who have learned the unthinkable.
While the motive for the murder here on DeCamp remains unclear, the victim's mother, Tasha Morris, said the death was the 3rd son she lost to gun violence over the last decade. Almost exactly 10 years earlier, a fight over a cell phone at a business on East 30th Street in April 2016 claimed the life of 18-year-old Anthony Morris.
It just seems like I failed, and I tried, but I just feel like I failed.
3 years after speaking to Tasha Morris about her first son's death, another son, 19-year-old Demiris Kerr, died after being shot and dropped off at Community East Hospital in October 2020. While no one has ever been convicted of murdering any of her 3 sons, Morris was arrested this week following a drug raid by Indiana State Police. That investigation began in late December at this apartment complex along Allisonville Road in Castleton. According to this affidavit, during a search of the apartment, state police recovered over 7.5 pounds of marijuana inside heat-sealed packages, along with more than $31,000 in cash. Police also allegedly recovered 15 guns, 4 of which had been reported stolen, while 2 others were equipped with machine gun conversion devices. In addition to Morris, 2 other suspects have also been charged in connection to the drug and weapons case. Finally, court records show Morris is currently being held with the Marion County Jail pending her initial hearing, which is set for later this week. Jesse Wells, 59.
Woo-wee! Y'all, she has some shiz-nizzle, y'all. This lady here, she wasn't a grieving mom. Can we all agree? Can we put that in the chat? I'm going to give you a few minutes to put that in the chat. She was not a grieving mom. Can we all agree with her? She was not. This lady had the woo-wees up in her house. This lady had the works. So y'all hear me? Oh my gosh. Man, say, this lady here, She was hurt. She was hurt all right. She was hurt all right. But now her butt's in jail. But you know, this is what probably doing. They've been looking at the boy her son for a long time. So maybe he was also involved in some activities that she was involved in. Maybe he was involved in those activities, and she just took over. And she went to the site where he had got unalived at. I'm thinking, I don't know, but they didn't say where he got unalived from. But I'm thinking, I'm thinking that maybe those activities that he was already involved in, and he got unalived on the street there where she went to, and those things was at her house. He probably lived with her. And those things were at her house. Y'all see what I'm saying? Those things are at her house. And they probably said they knew she's still involved in some of the activities. I don't know. What y'all think? I'm just trying to figure out. They never said what made them go to her house. Okay, we got to remember that. They never said. They never said what brought them to, you know, to they never said what brought them to her house. So I'm thinking he was involved in those activities. This is me. I'm thinking he was involved in those activities, y'all, and he got ill on the street, and they went there and busted inside the house that where she was at, and she was there with all those and guns and stuff. When they got there, she was there, and that's how she got arrested, y'all. That's what I'm thinking. What y'all think? That's what Perp thinking. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. That's just how I see it, because I don't see another kind of way. I don't see any other kind of way. I'm just trying to, you know, analyze and see what happened. But I bet you that is what happened, y'all. I bet you that's what happened. I feel like, excuse me, that is what had happened. That's what I feel like. But anyway, y'all just put in the comment, you know, what y'all think happened. And what y'all summary of it, and what y'all thinking y'all mind happened. You know, what it could be in. You know, that's just what I think. You know, I don't know, but I'm just simply saying, you know. But let's get on to our next story right quick. One moment here. Let's see here. Now let's talk about the missing and found. Okay. A mother was missing for decades, y'all. A mother was missing for decades. Her name is Michelle Hudley Smith, a North Carolina mother who disappeared back in 2001. That is a long time. She was found alive, y'all, in Rockingham County. Deputies located her after they had got some new information that had been surfacing around. The lady said that she left because she was trying to escape domestic issues. And she still wanted her location to remain private. Is she that scared, y'all? Is she that scared that she don't want her name still after decades? Don't want her location to be put out there where she's located at? Now, They sent the district attorney is reviewing the case for potential charges, even including abandonment. What, abandonment her husband? It didn't say she had kids. Abandon her husband? You know, just put like this right here. Without the kids. What abandonment for what? Abandon her lousy ass husband for beating on her? For domestic issues? Hell yeah, I would have left his ass. Abandon him quick, fast, and hairy. But could it be abandonment because she had kids in that household with the husband? And they're calling that abandonment because she left the kids there with the idiot? But if she left the kids there with him, that means that he wasn't beating on the kids or violating the kids or abusing the kids. It must have been only abusing her in the violence. I don't know. You know, some of these stories I talk about and I do, and some of these news reports that I do my commentary on, I be wondering about some of those things. You know what I'm saying? I be having questions too. I be want to be like, let me call them and ask them, you know, my questions, because I got some questions too. And I'm sure we all be having questions. You know what I'm saying? But some questions that we be having be logical and really good questions that we be really wanting to know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but I'm just saying, you know, that's just how I feel. You know, it's just crazy. I don't know. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. I mean, I understand still having your location private, and she did put her name out there, you know, but having her location private, I understand it, but still let me think and let me understand and let me know that she's still in some kind of fear. She still got some kind of fear going on with her, you know, in that point of view. That's how I feel. I mean, I don't know, but that's what I think. You know, what y'all think? You know, could she be still kind of scared of the violence that she was enduring? You know, back in 2001. But who found her though? She must not be her location must not be too private for someone to find her. Well, for Rockingham County deputies to locate her, I think got some new information surfaced. So if somebody had new information they gave out to the police department of Rockingham, somebody knows something, right? So something's not too private, right? You know, somebody found her. You know, if they found her name, surely they found her location, right? Or maybe an old location that she may have had, right? I mean, so it's not really private anymore, but they gave it to the Rockingham County Department, Police Department, you know. And the deputies went out and they located her. So she was found. They said she was alive. Michelle Huntley Smith was her name in North Carolina. Boy, God dog it, y'all. Let's agree, because it ain't no agree to disagree. Must we all agree? Must we all agree? Carolina always. North Carolina, South Carolina, Carolina. Y'all always got something going on. Can we all agree? Can we all agree? Yes, Perp Girl. We all agree, girl. We all agree. Yes, indeed. We agree. Because this is not no agree to disagree on this right here. Now, this ain't what this is right here. No, this ain't no agree to disagree on this, y'all. I'm sorry. This ain't that. This right here is nothing but agree, and agree. Because we've talked about this several times, y'all. Several times. But hey, let's go ahead and talk about Tyler Perry, y'all. People say bad things about Tyler Perry. They talk about my brother so bad, y'all. And can we agree to not even to disagree on that part? Yes, we can, Perk. We heard a lot of things about Tyler, how he treated people, how he treated Monica right along with Oprah Winfrey, But here lately, y'all, I've been hearing that Tyler Perry have been doing some great things for people. He's been doing a lot of things. I know I heard recently that someone was trying to sue him. I can't remember for what reason they was trying to sue Tyler Perry, but I remember hearing hearing something about it, somebody talking about it, or news or something was saying something about it, about Tyler Perry, and I know he probably married or got somebody or something, but they was talking bad about Tyler Perry one time, but now Tyler Perry is putting himself out there to do some good things, y'all. Let's check it out.
The best way to describe long early morning security lines at the world's busiest airport here in Atlanta. Once again, forced to line up outside in very long winding lines. TSA continues to work without pay now 40 days. 11 Live 7 at Chaynock joining us from Hartsfield Airport. Steph, another more significantly long lines to start the day, but also another day of people wanting to help.
Yeah, absolutely. And we now know, Cheryl, that Tyler Perry, you may have heard of him. Well, he was here this morning. We now can confirm that he was attempting to pass out a substantial amount of money to TSA agents to help them cover, daycare, the bills that they have to pay. And right now we know they are not getting a paycheck. But unfortunately, because of federal rules and regulations, he was not able to do so because they're not allowed to accept gifts while they're here on the job. But it just shows that people care and they're trying to do what they can to help out our TSA agents here in Atlanta. We're giving you a live look now here at the lines this morning, much different from earlier. But we do want to go ahead and mention that in the last 15 minutes, we have noticed that up there, way up there near security, we are seeing ICE agents that have been here since Monday. Well, we saw them scanning IDs of passengers coming through. So maybe that is possibly a reason why these lines are moving a little faster. Again, we did see multiple ICE agents here at the front of the security line scanning passenger identification. Let's take a look back to earlier this morning, okay? Because a lot of passengers coming in now are wondering why they're here so early and there's no line, but that was not the case before the sun came up this morning. We know the lines were wrapped around inside, but also outside onto the sidewalk. Security lines now much shorter, though. This morning, we also know Delta Airlines announcing they will extend their flight flexibility options for their customers. That means that passengers will be able to adjust their flights if they choose now through March 30th. That's next Monday. And so this is kind of a fluid situation, Cheryl. It seems a little unpredictable. A lot of people not sure what they're going to walk into. But I can say over the last 3 days, just being here at Hartsfield-Jackson, it seems that a lot of the long lines are early in the morning, 4, 5, 6 a.m., and we're seeing it outside the door. But then around 7 a.m., we see these lines start to shorten a lot. Again, it is an airport, so time will tell, kind of just to arrive, hope for the best, Cheryl.
Yeah, Steph, you bring up a good point, because I think as people hear about ICE agents coming in, they're wondering if that just alleviates the waits. But I think it's important to clarify they're not screening bags. They're not opening extra screening stations.
Okay. I think they're just talking about the rest about the airport. But how do y'all feel about you can't take gifts? People need money right now. People is in need of money. And you telling me that they can't take any gifts from nobody? You know, they got daycare. You got some kind of daycare. I mean, you got, I just can't say all the bills that people have. You got daycare, you got rent, you got, you know, financial stuff, you got car payments, you got, man, major credit cards, you got to take trips, you got to eat, you got to put gas in your car, you got to use the electric thing for the electric cars or whatever. I mean, it's so much that you need money for when you're working. You see what I'm saying? And when somebody, a millionaire, come through and giving y'all cash to help y'all out because he know the struggle and he understand what's going on, and you can't take those gifts and you barely made to work and take your kids' money out your kids' savings or out your kids' bank account or take out your savings or got to try to go and put in for your 401k, some money for 401k, or you're borrowing money, but you can only borrow so much money for so many people, and they want their money back and get tired and restless and want their money right then. You've been had so amount of long time and give my money back and you gave back to me yet. And then you got loan companies. Loan companies want their money back. They calling you know what I'm saying? So why can't you take a little handout for somebody that's being generous and see the struggle that you're going through and understand? And it's not gonna hurt their pockets. You know, why can't you get a little donation? I seen somewhere they had a box and people was putting gift cards in to help the people out. And some of the TS agents out. You know, if I'm struggling with what I got, shit. I'm struggling with what I got. I know damn well they struggling with what they got, and they working and can't even get paid, and for months or weeks. Better get out of here and close that door and quit playing with me. Yeah, I'm gonna need that little cash, Tyler. I sure appreciate you. I'm gonna need little groceries. It's gonna help me get a little gas. It's gonna help me with maybe a little mortgage or a little car payment. Any little bit you get from anybody is gonna be a big old help to you. You know what I'm saying? Man, these people crazy, man. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. But hey, get a little help if you can. Hey, I don't know. They can't receive no gifts. I don't think I can be a TSA agent because you never know when this might happen. And we all seen that this has happened several times, you know, with the government shutdown. Come on now. And they just had one recently, remember? And then they going through this right here. How much money do them TSA agents have? TSA agents got. How much money y'all got in y'all pockets? How much money do y'all make? Maybe I'm going to look up and see what y'all making a weekly, a monthly, a bi-weekly. I want to look and see what y'all making out there. Because y'all didn't have no money a few months ago going through the shutdown. And then y'all going through it again. How much money do they think they got? And do they think that they don't have the right to struggle like everybody else? Any given person in the world that struggle? They got to be kidding me. But check this out, y'all. A police warn of counterfeit cash. They putting that counterfeit cash out there. If they ain't got that money one way, they got it another. God dog it, I tell y'all what, man. Law enforcement in Virginia and North Carolina, I'm so sick of y'all. South Carolina, I'm so sick of y'all, man, are warning business owners about counterfeit $100 bills circulating in the area. The fake currency marked for motion picture purposes was recently used at businesses in Camden and Matthews County. These incidents follow the recent arrest of a Florida man allegedly using similar prop money at local shops. Man, I hate you got caught. This was prop money, y'all. This client was using motion picture money, y'all. North Carolina, why y'all always on the map? South Carolina, what's going on with y'all? Is it something in the air out there in Carolina? You know, me and my homegirl was talking because my cousin getting ready to float his boat to North Carolina. And she always said, girl, I don't know, you might need to tell cousin he don't need to be going to North Carolina. He might need to stay where he at. I think she might be right. He might need to stay in the good hard part of Texas. I'm telling y'all. I'm always reporting something. When I report it, and I look, I'm like, North Carolina, South Carolina. What? Yeah, this man was putting off them little prop money, y'all, all in Virginia and North Carolina, y'all, at the local shops. I find it kind of funny, you know what I mean? But my thing is right here, where did he get that prop money from? From what motion picture cinema, a warehouse, they probably making it? Where he get that money from? Where he get it from, I wonder. And they didn't say his name. They didn't put his name out here. They didn't clown him with his name. They didn't put his name out here. They just said that he got busted with it. But they didn't give no doggone name. Man, I would love to know the name, y'all, where he got busted at, y'all. I'm serious. I would love to know the name where he got busted at. I would have. Do y'all know that Lil Wayne was into healthcare? He just finished a free medical clinic in the United States, aiming to provide healthcare access to those who cannot afford it. He said, when the medical costs continue to rise and many families struggle to receive proper treatment, the idea of a fully free clinic offers hope and possibilities. As they're saying, fans are praising the gestures as an example of how influence and success can be used to uplift communities in meaningful ways. Also, they're saying whether this turns out to be a large-scale incentive or a local community effort, the conversation itself highlights the urgent need for accessibility for healthcare. All right, Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne tried to do something, y'all. But, you know, we hadn't heard nothing about Lil Wayne lately, y'all. I hadn't heard nothing about him. But this right here, that's all right. He in there. He trying to do something, make a difference in the community, in the city, a state, or whatever, what he's going to do. But, y'all, let's give Lil Wayne the good praise, y'all. Let's give him a good praise. All right, Lil Wayne. But anyway, hey, I'm figuring to get up off here. But let me know how y'all feel about the mom that got arrested after her son passed away and they found our Uzi and the weapons. And do y'all think that it was the son's merchandise? And like they said, they had been watching him for a while. And when he got into that, I'm thinking it was a shootout. And after she came from viewing where he had got shot at, they raided the house. And that's where he was keeping all the merchandise in. And so happened she was home there. How y'all feel about the Iran lowering their draft age to 12 years old? How y'all feel about Tiger Woods playing the rules against the law? And how y'all feel about the TSA can't take no money, y'all? And I wonder, y'all, did they get that money back? Did they get that money back? And y'all know when he was giving that money out, everybody was happy, showing each other and hollering, screaming. People remember faces to see if they even get, how you gonna take my money? Do you take their money? It's gonna be one of them things. You see what I'm saying? And how y'all feel about the mom? Stayed gone for decades, y'all, to hide herself, but to be safe. And she don't want her location out when it's already out because somebody found her, turned the new information into Rockingham Police Department. The deputies went out and got her. And what y'all think about the counterfeit money? I wonder how much did he give out? Well, hell, it was enough for businesses to start complaining about it, huh? In Virginia and North Carolina. They must have had him on video. They had to have him on video. But hey, I don't know, y'all. That's one of them crazy things. But hey, there's one of them do's and do nots, right? But anyway, this was a good live, y'all. Hey, I like thank y'all for coming in, y'all. For coming in and cutting up with old girl and chilling and everything. And put my disclaimer for at the end because I didn't put no disclaimer up yet because y'all know how people is. They be trying to find anything and do anything to you. You know, I don't know about devious people, but y'all make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe button. I sure appreciate it. Y'all put y'all comments down there in the chat or in the comment box out there, you know, if you do the replay. I appreciate anybody, you know, that's coming in, kicking it with me. Y'all that's in the bushes, y'all drop down and hang out with your girl. It's cool. It's all right. We good over here. Already. But anyway, y'all know our motto. How the hell you gonna love somebody when you don't love yourself? Peace. We out.